totoong impormasyon tungkol sa COVID-19.
Protektahan natin ang sarili at mga mahal sa buhay.
Bida solusyon sa COVID-19.
Radyo-Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo-Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo-Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Baka naman pwede.
Baka naman pwede.
Baka naman pwede.
Mga isyung napapanahon ating pag-usapan.
Baka naman pwede.
Gamit ang mga pananaw mula sa iba't ibang kalinangan.
Baka naman pwede.
Mula sa Institute of Philippine Culture, kami inyong samahan, tayo'y maghuntahan. Dito lang sa Baka Naman Pwede. Tuwing Huwebes, alas 3 ng hapon, dito lang sa radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM. Feeling blue? Ever thought of looking into the bright side of things? Let us help you out. Join our light, engaging, and inspiring conversations with our Chaplains on Air. Hosted by Father Junji Bargayo and Father Henry Ponce of the Society of Jesus. Chaplains on Air. The chaplains are now in. Here on Chaplains on Air. Thursdays at 6 p.m. only on radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM.
Want to find out more about the famed org community of the Ateneo? Yeah! Wondering what projects and initiatives our student organizations are currently up to? Yeah! Curious to hear the perspectives and motivations of the different people that make up the org community? Yeah! Tara na't magkwentuhan! Kwentuhang MVP takes you to the vibrant and passionate organization community of the Ateneo de Manila. Tune in every Friday as we catch up with our student leaders and our organizations and find out how they're continually pushing forth with their advocacies. Kwentuhang MVP, taking the MVP to you.
Hello mga katipuneros. This is Father Ro Atilano SJ. Listen to our serving of stories that will inspire you and keep you going. Kaya tara na! At nasapin ang masarap na timpla ng buhay. Welcome po kayo sa The Parable Cafe every Tuesdays at 3:30 p.m. only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9.
Bahala sa iyo, kaibigan ko.
Getting reliable health information about the COVID-19 outbreak can be a lifesaver. Yet, disinformation and rumors can spread just as fast as the virus itself. Now that many of us are spending much more time online, let's think critically about the information we are receiving and sharing, especially on the coronavirus. During the COVID-19 outbreak, only trust official information sources and credible media outlets. Do not share unverified information. This is a message from UNESCO.
We stand on a hill between the earth and sky. Now all is still when the yawless colors fly. Our course is run and the setting sun ends Ateneo's day. Eyes are dry at the last goodbye. This is the Ateneo way. Merry for you, for your white and blue. We pray you keep us merry, constantly true. We pray you keep us merry, faithful to you.
Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpaan tama. Buhay atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo Katipunan, Radyo Katipunan, Kawal ni Ignacio, sugo, todo sa kayot, punong at tulong. Ipagka Blue Eagle, galing hiding at gigil. Blue and white, one big fight. Radyo Katipunan, Radyo Katipunan,
Rejoice, refresh, renew, and reflect. Join us for an hour of music that uplifts the soul. Listen to your favorite Jesuit music ministry artists. This is JMM Radio. JMM Radio. Get your day's dose of inspirational music. Tune in to JMM Radio every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM.
have just heard a song from the Jesuit Music Ministry. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer.
All right, magandang gabi and welcome to another edition of your JMM Radio, the radio program of the Jesuit Music Ministry. Of course, the 16th of February 2022. Join us for another hour of music and talk that uplifts the soul. Magandang gabi po. Ako po si Justin Pontino ng radyo-katipunan. We're coming into you live and loud from our homes via the 87.9 FM frequency if you're within Katipunan and Ateneo areas. We're also on online radio at jescom.ph/radyo-katipunan. You can also view us via our live video feed at our Facebook pages at Radyo Katipunan and the Jesuit Music Ministry, as well as our affiliate pages and other social media partners. Ngayon din, we're also simulcast via the YouTube channel and Twitter feeds of Radyo Katipunan. Ayan. So magandang gabi po muli sa inyong lahat who are joining us this evening. Lester is actually not with us, no? Ating kapatid na si Lester Mendiola will not be joining us for this episode tonight. Siguro may hangover pa ng Valentine si Lester. Kaya sasamahan po tayo ng isang special co-host for this episode. At syempre, kilala nyo na siya kasi lagi naman namin siyang nahahatak dito sa show namin. And she's definitely a mainstay here in Radyo Katipunan because she is the lady with the name that's just a letter. And siya po ang host ng ating mental health advocacy program dito sa Radyo Katipunan. Please welcome the host of Minded, B. Orenciana. Hello, B.
Hey, Justin. Again, I am just a letter and still a letter kahit sa ang programa pa tayo mo pa rin. Why nahatak na naman? But I'm also, of course, really happy to be here and join you for this Valentine week. Grabe naman, dalawa ang RK date ko this week.
Oo nga, no? This is the post-Valentine episode of Minded. Ayan tuloy. Napaaga na naman.
Bigla may identity crisis sa ating programa.
Oo, kaya nga eh. But of course, thank you for covering for Lester this evening, B. And of course, yun nga, no? Baka nga kasi nga may hangover ang ating kapatid kaya hindi siya makakasama tonight. But anyway, definitely, of course, wherever he is right now, talagang I'm pretty sure he's chill lang naman, diba? So,
yes, of course.
Ayan. But anyway, of course, so sasamahan po tayo ni B for this episode, which is another special episode this evening because we're doing again another artist spotlight. Ayan. Siguro the last time we did this one was I think last year pa, no? Last year then before the end of the year, no? We had an artist spotlight too. So we're gonna do it again. And saktong-sakto, B, no, you're here with us kasi you're very much, of course, immersed into the music industry scene. Ayan. Kaya saktong-sakto talaga na you're also here kasi yung ating magiging guest for tonight ay isa ring kilalang personalidad, no?
Naman.
In the music scene. Ayan. Pero bago tayo dumako dyan, pustahan muna tayo as usual, no? Parang para sa show niyo lang, 'di ba? B, how are you doing this evening? Or today or this past week?
Kwento. Tapos may repeat tayo bukas.
Oo nga eh.
Ano ba, this week, well, ang highlight naman kasi ng I think ng week. Well, di naman siguro highlight talaga. Pero it's celebrated worldwide. Ang Hearts Day, ang Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Ganyan. So, parang puro kami, pero we had like a long weekend family time din. Nakapag-celebrate din ako with the fam. Pinagagagawa namin. Nag-bonding na kami ng kapatid ko. Yung pinagagagawa namin. Diyos ko, puro pagkain. Ang saya-saya.
Oo. Kaya nga ibig
could help with
Ay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, yun. And then, What else did we do? We did like movie marathons and stuff, ganyan. Tapos, it was a pretty chill week in terms of celebrations ko. Pero doon naman sa work part, ang dami ko lang, I guess, puro writing assignments ako ngayon. Share ko rin sa inyo ata yun nila less offline, of course, na parang, ang dami-daming susulat, pero parang nasa procrastinating mode. So parang, okay, sige.
Oo. Okay lang yan. Oo.
Ang daming blank pages na na humaharap sa akin ngayon. Pero once you get the groove naman, dire-diretso lang. Lang talaga, conditioning, di ba? Ganyan. So, pakirang practice natin bukas sa Minded. Pero sige.
So basically, you celebrated February 14 as what? Single Awareness Day?
No, I celebrated it with love.
Oh. Yeah, syempre, 'di ba? With of course your family. Oh.
My family and loved ones and friends actually. Exactly. Sabi ko nga it's a week-long celebration. Parang lang. Parang fiesta lang gano'n.
Correct. Kaya nga 'di ba? Kasi syempre marami siguro din sa mga nakikinig sa atin or may mga ilan siguro sa mga nakikinig sa atin na syempre 'di ba dahil nga Valentine's Day ay yun na nga it's a day of love, no? It's a day to be loved and to love. Pero kasi syempre baka ang inisip nila yung romantic love lang ang love, 'di ba? So,
ikaw, Justin, how do you spend your Valentine's week?
Sige. So balik sa akin, balik sa akin.
Of course. Give and take tayo ng mga tanong.
Oo nga naman. Ako naman normal lang din ang Valentine's Day. Kasi nga, syempre, it's just like any other day. Kasi dahil nga, I believe that Valentine's Day is celebrated every day. Kasi nga, you celebrate your day with love for others, love for yourself. Ayan. So, dapat every day is Valentine's Day sa atin, di ba?
Amen to that. Talaga naman. I love it.
And I thank you. Ayan. Kaya kayo po mga katipuneros, if you celebrated your Valentine's Day with your loved ones, please do share your what did you do nung Feb 14, or if not, what have you done so far for this week? We'll be glad to know those, or know them. So just comment them down in our comment section below or beside our live feed. Ayan. So yan. So sabi nga po natin kanina, we are this episode for this evening. Will be spotlighting an artist, but in this case actually isa siyang kilalang personalidad sa mundo ng musika, sa industriya ng musika, and siguro wag natin patagalin pa, let's introduce our guest for tonight, because he's been working in the industry since 1992. Ayan. Siguro baka B, you might want to help us out in introducing our guest.
Sige. So, sabi ko kanina, very awkward kasi parang we work with him, of course. Kaya, sir, pasensya na. Ito na. So, yun nga, as mentioned by Justin, he's been working in the Philippine industry since 1992. He's worked with the country's top artists like Regine Velasquez, Gary Valenciano, Martin Rivera, Ogie Alcacid, Basil Valdez, Piolo Pascual, Jose Marichan, Daniel Padilla, and Jed Madela, among others.
Diba, imagine mo
Starstruck
mga pangalan. Oo, doon pa lang, di ba? Parang, grabe, hindi na, ang bigat na niya kaagad.
Yes.
Correct.
But wait, there's more. He has also co-produced and arranged for the Grammy and Emmy Award-winning singer-songwriter David Pomeranz, and has been recognized in the Awit Awards for Best Arranger and Best Songwriter. Aside from working in the studio, he's also a session musician who's played keys for artists like Gary V, Sampaguita, Wolfgang, and Ardel Pineda. As far as training educational background is concerned, he's attended music programs and courses abroad, namely, for instance, there's a jazz program at Berklee College of Music in Boston, keyboard performance and synthesis at the Musicians Institute's Keyboard Institute of Technology in Hollywood, and sound engineering at the San Francisco College for Recording Artists. So, without further ado, tawagin na natin. It was a mouthful, but I'm sure mas marami pa tayong matututunan at maririnig na kwento sa kanya. Let's give a warm welcome to Mr. Gino Cruz.
Good evening, Sir Gino.
Good evening. Okay, tapos na. Nasabi mo na lang.
Welcome to, of course, we're having him for the first time, Mr. Gino Cruz. Sir, bati muna kayo sa ating mga tagapakinig.
Good evening, lahat ng tagapakinig. Glad to be here on JMM Radio.
First time.
Yes,
and thank you. Thank you for joining us this evening for this
Thank
episode.
you for having me.
Ayan. So, simulan na natin. Awkward talaga ako pag walang sir. Ano ba to? Pero sige, let's do as requested. Ayan. So, let's start with talking about siguro, Gino, yung iyong background in the music industry. Ayan. Narinig na natin kanina how prolific you are, no? Sa dami ng mga yung ginagawa mo sa industriya. You wear so many hats, in the industry, most of this as a producer, a songwriter, a composer, so could you basically describe for us the work that you do for each one of these hats, and what's your favorite hat, so to speak?
My favorite hat would be producer.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi it encompasses everything. The songwriting is there, the arranging is there, the engineering is there. It's so that's my favorite. Usually, I get to practice that a lot with ads when I work at this place called Loudbox Studios, and we do commercials there. And that's when I get to produce the music. Of course, I'm talking to another producer who produces the ad naman, the whole ad, but I get to wear that hat a lot for ads. And that's my favorite.
Correct. In fact, Gino, mas matinog ka nga dito sa local scene natin. Aside from, of course, in the music, yung mga commercials, no, yung mga advertisements that you do. Tell us more about the process of how you actually come up, for example, with ito na nga. For example, if it's a music, how do you write a music, or how do you do the song for a specific ad? Parang which comes first in your head? Does it go? Is it the music of it first, or kung may lyrics man siya, does it come first?
For ads, I follow instructions.
Okay. Kasi nga,
it's really
depende sa kliyente.
Depende sa kliyente. It's like kunyari gusto kong magpa-drawing ng bahay, pero hindi ko marunong mag-drawing, so kukuha ko ng architect. So it's like that. I follow instructions.
Okay.
That's basically it.
Pero but you still have this. Okay, but you still have, of course, parang your creative take on it, no? Somehow.
Yes, it's my interpretation of their instructions. That's as much creativity as I have to be creative with that, how to interpret their instructions. But it's really their ball. But I just have to give them what they want and hope that I'm delivering what they ask for.
But what about for yung mga personal passion projects, like the music that you write for yourself? Do you hear the hook in your head, or parang meron pa kayo nakikitang lyrics na palutang-lutang and then you start from there? Like, how does it usually go as a songwriter naman?
Iba-iba I remember one time the song Apat na Buwang Pasko, which was the song that gave me my Awit Award. I wrote it with Jeff Arcilla, kasama ko sa Loudbox Studio, and an old classmate of mine we were classmates in grade school. But yeah, I was in a mall I just had my eyes operated on, and it was the first week of September, and as we were riding down the escalator, I heard a Christmas song. And I said, ano ba? September pa lang. Of course, now you can see that I'm anti early Christmas. Kasi growing up, we had our Christmas tree up. I think just as Simbang Gabi was starting, so we really didn't have long Christmases as a kid.
So no preemptive Christmas, kumbaga. No?
Oo. Plus plus ang lakas ng sa akin ni Elmo sa Sesame Street when he wished that it was Christmas all year round. And nawala yung spirit of Christmas sa kanya. So yeah, that's what started. I said, September pa lang. And that's the first line of the song. That's the first line of the song, Apat na Buwang Pasko. And Jeff and I sat down and started with that and wrote it and laughed a lot and laughed even more. And and everything followed. That's for that particular song. It was like that. It's a different experience every time. For every song, it's iba-iba. Sometimes an idea comes in and I just have that one line somewhere, or sometimes it's a melody that comes in. There's really no formula to my madness.
May mga ritual ba kayo, Julie? Like, okay, pag produce ako, kailangan meron akong kape, meron akong ganito. May mga ganun ba kayong
rituals, for example?
Prerequisites. Ano ba? Mga parang ano yung kasanayan natin?
Sa ads, when we were still, before the pandemic, when we were still going to the studio, I really needed to have that morning coffee before, pagdating ko sa studio, uupo ako at iinumin ko yung kape ko. And yun, but now wala na eh. I mean, wala nang ritual eh. It's nasa bahay na.
Sa bahay na.
We've been working from home.
Oo nga. So the work affected you greatly when the pandemic hit in terms of projects, like yung transition? Kasi we know the transition that we had to do to like bring in like a studio setup in our homes. Kasi ganun din kami sort of dito sa radyo, mas less sophisticated lang than your setup, I'm sure.
Correct. Oo.
So, kamusta po yung transition that happened for you?
Well, it wasn't that hard kasi I work off of a laptop. And so the transition wasn't that hard. I just had to set it up. I have a studio downstairs, but I chose to set it up na lang in my bedroom para mas madali pag I don't have to go downstairs and turn on everything. It's a more complicated setup downstairs. Now I just have a small keyboard and my laptop, and that's and earphones, and okay na. The thing we had to get used to was our talents, our external talents. Like if I have to get in touch with a singer, before we'd call them and we'd wait for them to come in. Now we call them, and the first question before was, "Can you record at home? Are you equipped to record at home?" So, we had to adjust to that. Early on, not everybody had their home recording setups. So there are also guitarists also. We had in-house guitarists before. So anytime, just call him and play for us. Then now, kailangan i-schedule. Some of them, they have to record late at night kasi may maingay sa labas, may mga tricycles na dumadaan sa So that was the adjustment. But everything else was pretty much the same, except no travel time. Pagkagising, diretso na.
Oo. Actually,
I
Bino, kanina,
understand.
as I was hearing Gino share yung kanyang career background, parang one thing is ringing in my head na constant, no? Yung collaboration, no? Yung collaborating with yung mga in terms of his ideas and even in the actual going to the actual work, no. With that, sino yung mga so far yung mga parang significant or memorable collaborations that you had in your career?
Well, in Loudbox, we're always collaborating. Tyro Alfaro is with us, IJ Garcia, Jeff Arcilia, Alan Feliciano, Tops Zara, Sach Castillo, Ceric Tan, Justin Garcia, and Teddy Katibak.
Big names, big names.
Davey Langit is also with us. Junji Marcelo does a few session gigs with us. So it's very collaborative there, and that's really helpful. It's nice to bump heads. It's two heads are always better than one. So masaya mag-collaborate, and it's always memorable to collaborate with. Well, for some strange reason, Jeff and I always end up with crazy songs when we work together outside of Loudbox. When we write together, Apat na Buwang Pasko was one of them. We have a few more na parating nakakatawa kung saan napupunta yung kwento. And nakakatawa talaga yun.
Yeah.
And you even won an award, for that kind of collaboration, di ba?
Yes.
Pero aside from that, was there anything other than, how about, for example, for artists that you've collaborated, anything that has been memorable for you?
Of course, the big one for me was David Pomeranz, because when I was in grade school, the movie Zap came out, and Got to Believe in Magic and King and Queen of Hearts were there. And I wasn't a musician yet, but those two songs were ringing. I mean, ang ganda nung songs na yan eh. Although
they were topping the charts, diba?
Yeah, the time, syempre, bata pa ako nun, feeling new wave, feeling pa cool. So I wouldn't have admitted it to you that I was loving those songs. But
Yeah.
I really love those songs. So when I was called to work with him, the first thing I asked him was, did the whole industry say no to you and I'm the only one available to do this? Because
what an honor, I suppose.
Yeah, it was it was something that I wouldn't say it was in my bucket list, because it was too big to be in my bucket list. It was too much, and and he ended up coming to the house, and we ended up being friends. And I can't it still blows my mind that that thing happened.
That's amazing.
I can imagine.
Siguro ako yun, mas starstruck na lang ako. Tapos, sige, work ka na. Dito lang ako pag kailangan mo ako. Siguro.
Na-starstruck ako.
Starstruck ka. I'm pretty sure.
Bring your A game on. But what about, what about like the challenges that you've encountered as you were going through this journey as a producer? Ganyan. Kasi kanina, like I was sharing kanina, di ba, na parang minsan may mga writer's block ako. But nangyayari din ba yan for you, maybe a version of that one as a producer, composer, songwriter?
As a songwriter, that happens a lot. There was actually parang ang tagal kong nabakante for songs, meaning pop songs. For ads, for some reason, I can force myself because there's a deadline and there's pressure, and I have to do it, because if not, wala akong sweldo. So that's super. I can pressure myself to come up with something for those things. But for songs that, like let's say somebody asked me to write a song for a certain artist, nako, automatic writer's block ka agad before anything else happens. That's
Okay.
why parang that's why this pandemic actually brought me back to songwriting because I was able to attend a few courses and to kind of restart the songwriter in me.
Kamusta naman ang pagbabalik natin? Would you say na parang you're over or natapos na yung like the block that you had, and how is it now? Having all those revamped or reignited spirit of songwriting in kumusta?
It's fun. Songwriting talaga yung yung first love ko eh. Pero hindi niya ako first love. It's fun because now actually what I've been doing is just writing. And because it's so easy it's not as hard to release. Yung kumbaga, what I've been doing is I've been writing songs and I've been asking friends to sing it, or pag makapalang mukha ko, ako na lang yung kakanta. Sorry na lang sa mga makikinig. And then, i-release ko na lang. I'm not really, I just release it for the sake of releasing it. Better din nakabaul. Ganun.
Sir, if napasir na tuloy ako. If I remember, you are a graduate of Ateneo, right?
Yes. Ateneo.
Hindi na natin sabihin kung anong batch.
Grade school, high school.
So, but you're a true blue or you're not?
Not college.
Not college. But
I
any
think
inspiration
true blue
from
overstaying grade school, overstaying high school, I'd say I was true blue.
Oh, okay. Pero any inspiration from your experience in Ateneo?
Mr. Areza in grade school was our music teacher, and he sort of got me into singing. I guess siya yung isa sa mga unang nag-push.
Musical influence.
Third year high school, we had interclass plays. Na I did the music for our play, and I won third year, I won fourth year for best music. Collaborative din yun with some classmates. So, those were my small signs, but of course, when I was learning all of these, the names Norman Agatep, Father Manoling Francisco, they were all there, diba, in front of me, and those were the songs I learned guitar on.
But you never thought talaga that you will eventually end up talaga in the scene, or is this really parang a premeditated thing for you?
I only started playing guitar when I was in second year high school. And then the summer before third year high school, I learned the piano through the guitar. So it was that late. But then, I guess that's what... Before that, I was toying with the idea na yung parang it's a nice career, but there was one turning point for me that said, you can do this. And I was in grade 7 in my dad's office. My sister was turning 18. And my dad said, let's write lyrics for your sister's debut and let's sing it there. So I said, okay, sure, let's write lyrics. So basically, he wrote the lyrics and I sat there and said, that's nice. Yeah, sure. Why not? And then he called Ryan Cayabyab to do the music, to do the melody. And we were in his office, and Mr. C wrote the song in front of me, wrote the melody in front of me. And I was like, man, ang galing!
Correct.
Yun,
Mr.
that-
Sian,
Yun
di
talaga si
ba?
Maestro.
Oh,
that,
it's
that
the
was parang,
maestro.
that was gusto kong
Gusto ko yan.
matutunan yan.
Hashtag
Oo.
goals.
Oo.
Instant goal.
Gusto
Tama,
kong-
tama. Grabe, no?
Parang yun yung
Yeah.
yung first intro and
Mm.
na I think I can do, but of course,
Yeah.
how to do that, I had no idea. Hindi ko alam kung
Sure,
paano,
sure.
I didn't know how to play an instrument yet.
Mag-uumpisa.
So, yeah, but that was when I guess the idea entered my mind that that I wanted to do something like that.
Yeah. And I think like this core value or core memory that you have now would also be like one of the pillars and one of the reasons why you are going to siguro discuss later what we want to share and help out, especially those who are starting in the industry. But siguro, Justin, diba, since this is JMM Radio and you mentioned our friends from the JMM community, Father Manoling Francisco, Norman Agatep, and you mentioned that you're playing their songs. Meron ba tayong favorite JMM song?
All-time favorite. Yes.
The go-to JMM
All-time
song.
favorite. You know, I really like the Take and Receive. I really like the Prayer for Generosity. Yun yung mga ano ko. I remember learning those on guitar and playing sa days and parating feel na parating
Pwede tayo gumawa ng JMM Take and Receive version by Gino Cruz.
Oo, correct. No, parang
I actually did one
synth version.
I actually did one with Maxine. I think you know her. She's one of your hosts there.
Yes, of course, diba?
We love our little sister.
Yes, our baby girl of our K, diba?
We did Take and Receive with the permission of Sir Lester for one of the parishes here, for a fundraiser for one of the parishes in Alabang early on in the pandemic.
I'm curious, Gino, have you written any religious or parang music that is used in the liturgy, for example?
I have written religious. I don't think it will be used in the liturgy because there's a rap in the middle.
Okay. But more of a religious inspirational, something like that.
Why not?
Yes, yes.
Pero why not? Why not?
Why not? I mean, uso naman na ngayon ang multi-genre. Hindi na uso ngayon na pagka-pop-pop ka lang. No. You have like maybe at least 3 subgenres of music. So why not, since it's also already the age for collaboration and we do encourage collaborating and building a community rin para sa atin.
Correct. Actually, B, kasi the reason why I ask, mayroon tayong phone-in question sa ating it's actually coming from Father Nono himself. So he's asking, hello Father, how different is writing religious from secular pop songs for you? Wow, yan yung tanong sa...
Oh, wow.
Diba?
Writing secular can be, I think lyrically can be a lot easier. Well, not lyrically, storytelling wise can be a lot easier because it's so broad. You can talk about anything. You can write about anything. I've challenged myself to include the word crispy pata in my songs, and I have 2 songs actually that have crispy pata in it. It's it's something like that. Now, I don't think Kuya Jess will appreciate me putting crispy pata in one of my songs for him, but
The Last Supper daw.
it has to be also
in the Last Supper.
I think writing religious a song for Kuya Jess would be very personal. It has to, for me personally, if I were to write a song for him, it would have to be a prayer. It would have to be my prayer or a conversation with him, it would have to go deeper than my normal babaw.
There should be a
babaw
connection,
writing.
a much deeper connection with him first somehow.
Yes, yeah.
To be able to draw out that song that would give it the Gino touch.
Yes,
To
hindi
these
lang siya
words.
basta pwedeng I will sit down and write it. No, I have to be in a certain frame of mind, 'di ba? I have to
Yeah.
parang ganun kasi nakakahiya naman nakakahiya kay Kuya Jess if ganun lang 'di ba?
Baka meron ka dyan sa baul niyo na we can work on or start collaborating with our JMM fam. That'd be great. I mean, that'd be a really good project to have. Father Don,
I do have my own version of the prayer for generosity.
Wow.
So we can listen to that sometime, 'di ba? Para malay naman natin, 'di ba? Les, if you're listening.
Anyway, /listening sesh.
Just to segue this, no, grabe our chat thread is like exploding with a lot of
daming fans.
Daming fans daming hatak ni Mr. Gino. We have Bobby, Tylo, we have Jeffrey, Cito coming in. Thanks for joining us. Of course, who else? Ang ating girl, si is also watching. Hi, Max. Congrats as well with your interview earlier. Ayan, di ba? Kanina, since nabanggit na rin ni Sir Gino, si Sir David Pomeranz, he was Max's guest early this afternoon. Di ba?
Si Jeffrey Cito, he's Jeff Arcilia. He's my co-writer sa
okay.
Apat na
Shout
Podcast
out.
Ko.
Shout out.
Award-winning din yan.
Ayan. So at this point, we'll just take a quick song break. And of course, we'll be getting back to talk to Sir Gino more about his what he's been doing so far. Ayan, during this time. But before that, of course, let's take a quick break. And here's a cover of one of our JMM favorites, Valentine's song, or not really Valentine's song, but a song for those in love. Ika nga. Ayan. There's a cover of Panunumpa by Arman Ferrer and Alberto Antonio on violin.
Ikaw lamang ang pangakong mahalin, sasumpang sa iyo magpakailan pa man, yakapin mo bawat sandali, ang buhay kong sumpang sa'yo lamang alay at mapapawi ang takot sa'kin, pangakong walang hanggan. Ikaw lamang ang pangakong susundin sa takbo, sakdal, liwanagan ang daan, yakapin mo bawat sandali, ang buhay kong sumpang sa'yo lamang alay at mapapawi ang takot sa'kin pagkat taglay lakas mong angkin. Ikaw ang siyang pag-ibig ko, asahan mo ang katapatan ko kahit ang puso ko'y nalulumbay, mananatiling ikaw pa rin. Ikaw lamang ang pangakong mahalin sa sumpang sa iyo magpakailan pa man. Yakapin mo bawat sandali ang buhay kong sumpang sa'yo lamang alay at mapapawi ang takot sa'kin, pangakong walang hanggan. At mapapawi ang takot sa'kin pagkat taglay lakas mong angkin.
You have just heard a song from the Jesuit Music Ministry. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer.
And we're back here on JMM Radio, the radio program of the Jesuit Music Ministry. At inyo pong napakinggan ang panunumpa, of course, an original composed by Father J. Boy Gonzalez, S.J., with, of course, that cover by Arman Ferrer and Alberto Antonio Jr. on violin. Ayan. Napakagandang rendition and yung music video nga, no? Does it ring something? Baka familiar yung yung background, no? Merong Easter egg, di ba? Oh,
the stairs. Sige, share na natin, di ba, yung trivia? It's the stairs. Ayan siya, guys.
Yeah, the original venue.
Bunga ng pandemic. Siyempre, we're restricted. We had to, do a makeshift of everything, kung anong gamit natin dito. Sige, bahala na, ganyan. So, alam mo yan, had we known na kailangan namin gawin yun, at yun nga, kung mapaaga sana itong susunod na pag-uusapan natin na segment, hindi sana kinuha na natin ng guest para as a consultant when we produced it here.
Yes, oo nga.
So, segue na tayo doon, Justin. So, one of the things that we're excited to bring up and to talk about is this platform, this venture, this collective called Archipelago. And siguro we'll let our guest now tell us more about this project. What are the objectives? Ano ba to? Paano ba to nagsimula?
Well, yung Archipelago, hindi ko alam kung paano nagsimula kasi kinuha lang nila ako to teach. But I know old friends, Twinkie Lagdameo is an old friend, and Jay Adlaw Block is a new friend who I was classmates with in the Jim Paredes songwriting class and in Mr. C's songwriting class. So they are part of Archipelago, and they invited me to teach music production. Well, not really music production. Recording your demo at home for for Archipelago. So it's a very basic course for beginners, for super beginners. It walks you through the whole process on, kunyari, you just decide one day that I'm a songwriter and I want to record my songs, but I don't have anything. So I will walk you through from the beginning, from where to start. You buy a laptop, you buy the software, you buy this microphone or what, and I walk you through the process on how to set it up and how to use it with your chosen software. It's very basic, really. It's super basics, as in my objective is for you to be able to record your demo. Like you wrote a song, you want to record it, and you want your friends to hear it. This course is for you. With no background on recording.
On recording. So dito talaga, I think ito na yung, if you could go back in time, like you'd probably time travel yourself back to when you were dreaming about producing your own music and just teach yourself. But okay, gagawin mo.
Yes, exactly. Parang ganun nga. If this course existed in the 90s or late 80s, that would have been great. Kasi we learned the hard way.
Yeah.
So basically, this is just one of the courses that are being offered, for this this collective program. How are these actually set up? Like, parang how do, for example, in your case, yung course nyo, how do people actually enroll, and what are the mechanics when you do the class? Of course, obviously, this is online, right? So
Okay, my class is video on demand. So they just have to go to archipelago.com and they can enroll there. There's, I think you can pay by credit card or PayPal. I've been getting a lot of questions about GCash payments or deposits. You can email them and they will respond to you. Sorry if you message me, I really can't respond to that because I don't know the technical aspects, the bank account number. So I really just refer you back to them.
That's good.
But that's so mine is video on demand, and then there's a forum where you can ask questions. There's like a chat, and you can submit your homework there. Kasi may homework yung after every lesson may homework akong binibigay.
Teacher na teacher, may talaga may homework. But that's nice.
Yeah, so it's I'm hoping it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting how yun na nga, we've already adjusted the courses, the training, yung mga workshop. Dati talaga si Gino kailangan pang pumunta ng abroad para these courses, like take up these courses. But now, as you mentioned, these are videos or trainings, courses on demand, which they can view at the comforts of their home, their time. Baga parang hawak niya yung oras na yan. And yun nga, ang fun, I guess, here is to be able to do like an output and submit these assignments na parang your own time, your own pace. Kasi I'm just assuming, I mean, me as siguro coming from like you and I have to do like creative-oriented tasks. May mood eh. Hindi yung parang, okay, wait lang, 5 o'clock na, kailangan ko na sagutan to. Hindi para kailangan may mood ka muna. You have to get the vibe, diba? Oo, may mga ritual ka muna gagawin. Kailangan mo muna ipasok yung sarili mo dun sa bubble. And I think ito yung, sabihin na natin, the silver lining, dinulot nito. And we thank our friends from Archipelago for setting this up and making these available and tapping all of these like very, very generous professionals to doing these, I mean, video on demand. Kumusta yung pagpaproduce yun ng video?
Ay, sus Mariosep. Yun ang...
I mean,
how was it?
Ang mga guro, I'm sure ganun din sa inyo.
Yeah, that was may marka na ng kamay ko yung mukha ko dito. I had to be my own cameraman and I had to be my own soundman, and I had my laptop in front of me. I had my iPad on Zoom because someone from Archipelago was directing and making sure, I had to redo the whole thing because I was so fidgety. Para akong Stevie Wonder kasi para akong yung first lesson ko nung pinapanood ko, nahilo ko kasi ganun ako ng ganun. And in fact, I think the first 2 lessons made it na nagsi-Stevie Wonder. my course is my course has 12, I think 12, it's divided into 12 lessons. So you don't have to take everything in one day.
Right.
When you sign up, I think you have a year, access for a year. You have a whole year to access it.
Oh, nice. So 12. So parang pwedeng monthly.
Pwedeng monthly. Pero wag naman sana.
Pero how long are these videos, sir?
Not that long. I think about maybe 10 minutes per video.
And then they have to watch it dun sa website. They cannot download it.
I don't think they can download it.
Okay.
Yeah. But the other classes are set up, not all classes are set up this way. There are video on demand classes. I know Jim Paredes' class is scheduled and real time.
Okay.
Wow, cool.
There are other. Noy Volante has a class. We have Lugo Gonzalez, who is a Grammy Award-winning producer, who has a class which I will sign up for also. Madami. There are other acting classes.
Right.
I know Menchu Lauchenko has a class.
Kanya-kanya, no? Kanya-kanyang mga forte nila. Kasi Menchu, you mentioned, is of course in theater, no?
Yes.
And then not only
There's
just
film,
music, no?
There's music, performing arts, and ito nga, content creator. Kasi uso na yan ngayon ng mga content creators natin, like for the influencers and what you really need to put out there as an online content creator. So I guess since naka-set up na siya and everything. What about the assignments? Like how do they what are the output na na paghahandaan para lang siguro dun sa mga interested dito na parang sandali kita ako maging techie ganyan para makapag-enroll dyan.
Or actually if I may add lang muna first to that question before that. Ano requirement ng class niyo, sir? May mga parang minimum ba kayong requirement on, for example, the type of equipment that they should have, kung may ganun ba? And then of course, correct, yun nga, do you have yung assignments nyo, how are the outputs being made?
With my class, kasi I start off from my first class is about the equipment you need. So if you don't have a laptop or you don't have anything, my homework for you there is to go shopping. Ang saya, no?
Di ba? First
ng budol pa eh.
Ng budol. Get the toys needed.
Of course.
Yes. Okay. So basically, my class talaga, kung mahilig ka lang mag-record or kung gusto mo matuto mag-record, it's up to you if you want to record yourself or if you want to record somebody else. That class is pretty flexible. But it's about recording at home.
Okay.
In fact, I'm not even in a studio setting. I'm in this, which is our family room.
It's very cozy.
I do the class here. I record here. I record the song here. I take them through the process of recording a song. By the end of the lesson, nakamix na yung song na ginawa ko for that class, and then. The lessons go through the whole process of setting up your computer, what this button means, what this function is. It's super basic. But according to, my friends from Mr. C's class have taken it and they've said may natutunan naman daw sila.
Of course naman. I'm pretty sure. Because I'd probably do a sign up dito siguro parang nakaganon ako. Okay. Sige. Checklist na ako ng mga ganyan. And yun, siguro to reiterate, no, Sir G's, paano po yung assignment? Do they email it? Or there's a portal where they can drop their output?
Yeah, so far wala pang nagsasubmit ng assignment. But there is a forum, it's part of the account you set up with Archipelago. there's a forum there where they can post their where they can post their homework, and I can chat with them there. They can ask me questions.
Sure.
Yun, and I can reply to them there.
Nice. So it's not just video on demand. It's there's also some kind of like side mentoring through the forum dashboard. Galing.
Yes.
Yun.
So so my job doesn't end with a video.
Nice.
So actually, B, right now we just posted the website of Archipelago, just in case our viewers would like to check out the site and also browse through the courses, and of course check out Gino's course as well. So at this point, sir, maybe you might want to go ahead and plug siguro the course to our viewers, listeners, and what else can we expect from this collective?
Okay, for Archipelago, if you want to learn recording, take my class. Recording demos at home. For songwriting, there are other courses there for songwriters who want to learn. There are classes by Jim Paredes. There are classes by Noy Volante. I think Jay Durias has a class also. More will be added. I remember. Don't quote me on this, but I remember seeing Gary V's picture there. So there are many more offerings that are coming from them. So, yeah, but take my class. Okay yun.
On top of everything else, take first Gino's class.
Yeah.
Yes. We really encourage it, especially if you want to go through the other courses. I mean, I'm sure you need the foundations first. It's a good way to start your career, your dream talaga, diba? Why not?
Agree.
I also tried my best to present it in the simplest way possible.
Yes, we love those.
Yeah. Hopefully I achieved that. I tried not to be so complicated.
All right. So at this point, we're almost running out of time zone. So siguro na lang, Gino, perhaps any message that you can share or any lesson that you can perhaps impart to any aspiring musician out there?
Don't limit your dreams, I guess. I mean, dream big, but welcome bigger.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, there are things that will come your way that will be hugely unexpected. Welcome all of them, and just show up. Tanggap lang ng tanggap. Be open. Don't limit yourselves to one genre. Music is music. A C chord is a C chord. Whether it's in jazz, rock, pop, funk, polka, a C chord is a C chord. So it's music. It's universal. So when be a sponge to everything. Listen to Gino Cruz on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. Yeah.
Of course.
Listen to other people also, but
right.
You can listen to other people also, but listen to Gino Cruz and any other insignificant person you want to listen to. That's fine.
And listen to JMM songs as well. Malay mo makahanap ka naman ng
JMM songs.
Inspiration.
Especially Gino Cruz with JMM collaborations.
Yes,
Yun,
exactly.
Something to watch out.
That's something to look forward. Tama. Exactly.
For sure.
For sure. And and of course, with that, maraming salamat po for joining us this evening. And of course, I think our Katipuneros have learned a lot from you. And hopefully, they also, enroll with your classes in Archipelago. And also, the other courses as well that they're offering. So thank you so much, Gino, for being with us here.
Thank you for having me. Abang-abang na lang. I'll be releasing songs this year with Toto Sorioso.
Oh, nice.
I'll be releasing a song with Rage, one of the bands I belong to. I'll be releasing a song with the late Arthur Manuntag on vocals. We recorded the song in the 90s, and I had the final mix and lost the tape already, so I had to lose my mind trying to remove the -1 and preserving his voice and rearrange over it.
Wow, okay. Wow.
So that's my next song, probably next month.
So that's an original that's going to be resurrected. Ayun.
Yes, which was
Very
never
nice.
released.
It was never
released. But Arthur loved that song, and
So let's look forward. Yeah, let's look forward for those releases. Ayan.
Hit
Again,
those
maraming salamat.
follow buttons and subscribe buttons.
All right. In the meantime, of course, from our Jesuit Music Ministry, would like to just announce a few things. Of course, since it's the month of hearts, we are invited to listen to our Valentine's playlist on Spotify. Of course, the link has been already provided in the description and also in the comment section. Of course, continue to follow us on our social media accounts. We are, of course, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, of course, on TikTok as well. And just follow us, of course, on our music via our digital music platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music, and YouTube Music. This coming Lent, I think this is on March 12th to be exact. The Center for Ignatian Spirituality Philippines, or CIS, is in partnership with, of course, Jesuit Communications, will host its first prayer concert for this year. And of course, this is featuring Hime Jesuita as they perform for this prayer concert on the occasion of Saint Ignatius's canonization anniversary. That's entitled Thy Love and Thy Grace. So abangan po natin yung concert na yan. And tomorrow, we'll have our press conference on the movie Gomburza, yan, to be produced by Jescom Films. So please join us for that press conference that will be live streamed via the Facebook pages, of course, of Jesuit Communications and Radio-Katipunan. That's going to be at 11 in the morning, hosted by, of course, our very own Noel Ferrer, and with, of course, the appearance of all the director and the production crew of this film. No? So, yan, isa sa mga kaabang-abang na event, and also yung film na paparating. And I think this is our offering for the 500 years celebration of Christianity in the Philippines. And sakto, tomorrow din kasi is the 150th anniversary of the Gomburza, the martyrdom of Gomburza. Kaya yan, abangan nyo po yan bukas ng 11:00. At muli, maraming salamat, Gino Cruz, for joining us this evening. Again, thank you so much for all the things that you've shared, and also thank you very much, B. Any parting words, perhaps, B?
Thank you, Shaz. Of course, hindi naman na tayo bago dito, but watch out for Minded tomorrow at 7 p.m. only here on Radyo Katipunan. We will be having our guests from the Office of Guidance and Counseling, Mr. Gary Pontino. So we'll talk about, we'll talk about peer counseling, of course, in line with our love celebration this week. So watch out for that. I'll be, of course, with my partner in crime on the air, Patrick Gabo. Yeah.
Ayan. At muli, samahan niyo po kami next week for another episode of JMM Radio, only here on Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Sa ngalan po ni Lester Mendiola, ang ating director ng JMM, at ang kanyang katuwang na si Kuya Ray, as well as our producers for the show, Judith, and as well as Chris, Adam, and Princess. Ako po si Justin Pontino ng Radyo Katipunan. And of course...
And D, of course, still a letter. See you guys tomorrow. See you next week for JMM Radio. Maraming salamat. Good evening po, everyone.
And we will be leaving you with this song from Hangad entitled This Time With You. Hanggang sa susunod na Miyerkules, mga kaibigan, have a great night. Keep safe. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Rejoice, refresh, renew, and reflect. Join us for an hour of music that uplifts the soul. Listen to your favorite Jesuit music ministry artists. This is JMM Radio. JMM Radio. Get your day's dose of inspirational music. Tune in to JMM Radio every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Only here on radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM. Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan, the voice of the Blue Eagle.